Hello, 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 and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, mystical medicine practitioner, card creator, and a wife and a mom, and super excited to be here with you today. How is everybody doing on this Thursday? I cannot believe it's Thursday already. I am so damn excited to be here today. And I happen to be the guest for today, which is why I'm so excited because, what better way to share my mission, my purpose, what it is I do, than to come on and talk about it. So today is all about that. The title for today, oh my goodness gracious, did you all catch that title for today? It is all about the ascension process and your body. And this is a loaded topic for today, a loaded topic. I encourage you to definitely have pen and paper, and for that matter, come back later and rewatch it so you can take notes and really implement everything that I do share today, because there'll be a lot of tips that I'm going to be just throwing out there here and there, and things I'll just be sharing with you based on my experience. So before I dive in and get all excited and get poured off track, let me just give shouts out to all of my amazing partners that do help the show take place week after week. And we're going to start off with, if in case you missed the last episode, which took place on October 8th with my amazing co-pilot, Kitty Foss, the energetic door took place on October 8th. You definitely want to go back and watch that. Kitty Foss, she's the host of Intuition of the Soul, storyteller of astrology, and reader of the stars. Then we have Joel Mockman. He is our shamanic healing practitioner and wellness advocate. CJ Ives Lopez. She is the host and the publisher of the Author's Porch podcast and magazine. Let's not forget Deborah Beatty. She is our badass color mystic and publisher of Coloricity. So there you have it. All my amazing partners that do help this show run, not week after week anymore, but every other week, because everything's about change. Yes, 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 it is. Yes, it is. So let me dive into some insight for today before we really dive into the show. Just some insight for today based on the planets, what's going on for every one of us, which is a really great gateway to the topic for today. Today at 9:55 p.m., and of course, write that down because that's really important, because I'm all about numbers. At 9:55, the moon enters Capricorn. If you don't know anything about our planets, I want you to learn about your moon sign. I want you to learn about the daily moon's energy because it's really important. The moon literally rotates into a different zodiac sign every 2.5 days, and the moon is about how we feel. So it plays a big role every single day, whether it's in a fire sign, water, air, or earth sign. It's going to determine whether we have the desire to jump out of bed or if we want to stay under the covers, either or. Today's moon happens to be a Capricorn. Capricorn is all about your soul's calling. It's the work that you're here to do. It's not about your 9 to 5. It really is about your soul's calling, your service. How are you serving your community? How are you stepping up? And when you do live in service, you actually enjoy life. You smile. And yes, you're supposed to enjoy life, believe it or not. You're supposed to have so much joy in your life and so much gratitude going on that life is just so pleasurable. So if you're not experiencing that, then there's a good probability that you are not serving your purpose. So if that is the case, no worries. I'll help you figure out how to do that as we move along into the show. So in addition to the moon being in Capricorn, things are going to transform. When I use the word things, we are going to transform. That's what Capricorn's energy is about. It will definitely be there for the next day and a half. So you have this powerful energy to work with that. Also want to bring to your attention that we do have coming very soon on the 28th of October, we have this amazing lunar eclipse, full moon in Libra, which is the opposition of Scorpio's energy. And when we think about this Taurus energy, we do have several other planets sitting in Taurus energy, such as Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus. And very shortly on October 22nd, Mercury will be joining them as well. So that's a lot of energy that's going to be sitting in all of this power that we have going on. So when we think about this Taurus energy we have going on, it's about your relationships. It's about the relationship you have with one another, your higher power, and I'm saving this part for last, your body, because that's what this whole show is about. Your body, the relationship you have with your body. And we have the planets to help us in this transformation. When we think about Mars, Mars is about action. So it's actually helping us to take the action to want to be in our bodies more. When we think about Jupiter, it's about expansion. And just an FYI, just in case you're not aware, if you happen to have Taurus in Jupiter on your personal chart, be aware, Jupiter is known as the expansion planet, not just in reference to your life or evolutions, it's also reference to body weight as well. So pay attention if you happen to have those major planets, your sun, moon, or rising sign in Taurus. Pay attention to that because you may have put on a few pounds, but not anything to worry about. And then, of course, we have Uranus that's sitting in Taurus. That's a biggie for us because Uranus is about the awakening. I like to call it the midlife crisis planet, and it does wake us up. And it's the midlife crisis because it's giving us opportunity to start questioning everything. Be in that curious mode. Be in that space of wanting to know more and wanting to discover who you are on a soul's level. After all, we are experiencing an ascension process as we speak. So with all that being said, as I mentioned, on October 22nd, Mercury enters Scorpio, along with some of those other planets that will eventually be moving into Scorpio as well. So there's a lot of that push-pull energy. And let's not forget that Pluto just went direct very recently in Capricorn's energy, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. So major transformations taking place. So before I dive further, let me pull a card so we can really set the tone for the energy for today. And then I'm super excited to really dive into our conversation after we go to a commercial break. So hold on a second. Let's get that card pulled up. I think you're all going to love this card, and what a major transformation. Financial abundance. Yes, financial abundance. That is definitely on the horizon for all of us. As we are shifting into this new frequency, every one of us has the opportunity to attract and receive financial abundance. We just have to learn to let go of the negative Nellies, thinking that we don't have enough or we can't do this because we don't have this yet. So if you want to attract financial abundance, you literally have to live as though you already have it. The number 17 is that 8 energy. The energy that when we think about this month of October, adding that 2023 into it, that's the energy we're in, and it's giving us a preview to what 2024 is going to look like. Financial abundance. Third eye. This is the ability to be the visionary. This is the ability to be able to create those things you're wishing to have in your life based on financial abundance. That's an amazing card. So work on your third eye, especially if you are in that space where you think you don't have something, or you don't have enough of it, or you have to wait to get it. Because you don't have to wait to get it. If you're waiting to get money in order to do something else, you're always going to be waiting. You have to be in that mindset of that you already have it. So just start investing wherever it is you want to invest into. All right, guys. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. And when I get back, we're going to dive deeply into this amazing topic about the ascension process and your body. Let's take that commercial break. Hello and welcome. I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck, and the founder of Holistic Fitness located in Queens. I work with women, men by referral, over 40, release weight, physically, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, relating to their childhood and past life traumas associated with their Chiron womb. When clients work with me, they fall in love with the body that they are in and gain the confidence to be seen and heard and ready to walk away from their job and fully step into their soul's contract. To learn more about your Chiron moon and your soul's contract,
Redeem your complimentary 15-minute self-growth discovery session today by emailing healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do look forward to helping you blend the physical and mystical world together and working with the mystical medicine tools to help you heal from within.
Hello and welcome back. For those of you who are just tuning in, maybe you're just jumping in right now, I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. You are watching Joanne's Healing Within. If you missed the very beginning, no worries. You can always go back and watch on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV, and so many other platforms. I always like to come back and just share the card again because I always believe the card is helpful for so many reasons, specifically the chakras. So let's talk about that chakra again. It is the third eye. And if you are not familiar with your chakras, this is a great time to start becoming familiar with your chakras, because when you get in the habit of aligning your chakras every day, whether you want to align all 7 of them or you just want to work with the one, such as your third eye, it brings everything into balance. So the message today is financial abundance. And I want you to use this affirmation for this third eye chakra. And the affirmation is, I see financial abundance all around me. I see financial abundance all around me. The number 17 is 8. When we talk about 8, 8 is about abundance. 8 is about accomplishments, achievements, harmony, balance. And when we talk about it relating astrology, it's the 8th house, which is associated with Scorpio, which is about the transformations that you are making or will be making in order to be more aligned with financial abundance. So I love that card for all of us. So please do work on your third eye so you can expand into all the energy that's about to come through in the show today. So I want to start diving into our conversation. For those of you who are watching me for the first time, maybe you've never caught a live of mine, let me introduce myself. Okay? As you know, I am Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. I have been in the health, fitness, and wellness industry since I'm 12. Yes, I'm 12. Since I was 12. Taught my very first gymnastics class when I was 12. And I've been in the industry since. I have witnessed more fitness and nutrition and health trends coming up. And that's what they really are. They're trends. Things that the consumer, the marketing, it's all about what's going to work right now, and when it no longer works, it goes away. So I may know a thing or two about a transformation. And there's a flyer that's going to demonstrate that. Well, not a flyer, a photo that's going to demonstrate my transformation in regards to transforming my body from inside out. The intensity, the limitations, the restrictions that one goes through when they're in that process to transform. Although, when we think about that transformation and everything we've been programmed to believe for, let's say, the last 50 years about limiting yourself from the amount of carbohydrates, how much protein you need to take in, maybe keeping your body fat low, yada, 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 all of those beliefs literally need to be released going forward. After all, when we think about the energy that we are moving into, known as the New Earth's energy, and I'm sure by now many of you have heard this experience of the New Earth's energy, where we are experiencing frequency upgrades more and more frequently than we have had before. And because we are experiencing frequency upgrades, our bodies are transforming. So again, having 38 years of experience in the health, fitness, and wellness industry, being a group fitness instructor, personal trainer, functional nutritional coach, you name it, I've done it. I've witnessed it all. Being on stage, transforming my body, doing the things that one does to get in that type of shape. The restrictions and limitations, and again, those are words we want to eliminate from our programming. Restrictions and limitations, because when we use those words regarding our body and eating food, it's not just limited to there, it's limited to everything. So today I ask you to, as they say in Reiki, just for today, let go of the word limited and restrictions. You're not limited and you're not restricted on anything. You can have everything and anything in abundance, no matter how you want to go about it. When we think about this new Earth's energy and the transformation that we're all experiencing with our bodies. And the frequency upgrades that we're going through with our bodies, isn't it time that you start to allow your body to start telling you what it needs based on vitamins, minerals, and overall nutrients? Isn't it time? As opposed to you telling yourself you can't have this, you can only have that. I think we're at that time where it's time to let go of those old beliefs, those old habits, whatever we've been programmed to believe. Being in the fitness industry and witnessing so many people doing all these different things to create this transformation with their bodies, yet in reality, we're sabotaging our bodies because our body is meant to heal itself. Our body is meant to transform, and our body is very, very smart in regards to what it needs and what it doesn't need. So when we speak about this whole process of allowing your body to tell you what it needs, what do I exactly mean by that? Well, let's think about the word intuition. Intuition. Be intuitive. Allow your body, connect with your intuition. We all have the ability to be intuitive. And embodying that energy as an intuitive, asking your body, does my body need this beverage, whatever the beverage is? And then and being in that space where you can have a connection, a yes or no answer, or maybe for that matter, using a pendulum to help you. Now, I'm sure you're not going to walk around with a pendulum when you're out and about and whatever not. I like to use my body as my yes and no answers. So being able to, whatever it is you're looking to have, based on whatever food you're looking to have, you don't have to hold the food in your hand. You can just literally say, for today, would it serve my body to have, whether it is a piece of cake, a slice of pizza, a bowl of pasta, whatever that food is, learning how to align yourself with a yes or no answer. And you can do a very simple exercise, and that exercise may look like the question I will ask myself, because I know the answer to, are my eyes blue? So theoretically, I would just center myself. Maybe I would close my eyes, but because I'm on the show today, I'm going to keep my eyes open. And I just ask myself, now take note of what happens to my body when I ask this question. Are my eyes blue? Now, I already start to feel it. Shows from my root chakra. In a minute, you may very well start to feel or see that my body is rocking back and forth. Now, I'm not actually doing that. That's my body doing that. So that's my yes answer. Okay? Now, I'm going to now ask the second question that's going to be a no answer. And the similar question, are my eyes brown? Are my eyes brown? Do you see that my body is now doing this? It's doing that side movement. And that was really quick. And that's my no. So knowing that my yes and my no, that allows me to intuitively check in when I want to have something to eat. Checking in with my body in regards to, does my body need that for today? And this is something I suggest that you do regularly. Do not take for granted that because your body said you can have that pasta today, that tomorrow you're going to want to have that pasta again, that your body is going to be okay to have it. So it's really important to get in the habit to checking in intuitively with your body to what it can, what it does need, and what it doesn't need. Notice how to use the word with can't, that you can't have it. It's not about can't. The minute you tell yourself, I can't have this, you're in that mindset of restriction or limitation. And that's a really important thing to pay attention to. The awareness of your wording. Every word has power. So again, just coming into that space in regards to checking in with your body intuitively, getting your yes and no symbol. So my yes answer is rocking forward and back, and my no is side to side. So that gives me the explanation of when I am asking my body, is it a good idea for me to have the pasta? If my body says yes, then yay, I'm going to have the pasta for today. If my body says no, then I'm going to go and ask another question based on something else to eat and see until I get a yes answer. And this is how you take back your power in regards to allowing your body to play the role of what your body needs regarding your nutrients, your vitamins and minerals, as opposed to limiting and restricting yourself based on the general fads that many people, including myself, are buying into. And because we are in this new earth energy, and because we are experiencing frequency upgrades, it is so important for you to start embodying the relationship with your body and with food. After all, when we think about relationships, we want to have a relationship with a friend. Why wouldn't you want to have a relationship with your body? And more importantly, why wouldn't you want to have a healthy relationship with the food that is going to fuel and feed your body? So that's the question I want to leave you with for right now as we think about this answer in regards to connecting and allowing your body to gauge when to and not, and just be intuitively connected and playing into that space. Also want to share a little bit about, as we talked about the intuition regarding connecting with your body, we spoke about the pendulum. Now let me show you how the pendulum works. Very simple to the body movement. So I'm going to ask the same questions, and just going to make sure my pendulum is still. I'm going to ask the same question in regards to my yes and no answer. Are my eyes blue? And you notice that my hand's completely still, and you're noticing that it's rocking forward and back. So it's giving me a yes. Now, until I recognize it's giving me a yes, it's just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. How I recognize it is I say thank you, and then it will slow down and come to a complete standstill. And now I'm going to ask the no question. Are my eyes brown? And there we go. Got that side to side motion going on. That's my no. And you too can use a pendulum as well. Thank you. And then it comes to a complete standstill. Now, if you don't have a pendulum, you can use a keychain, whatever it is that's going to be able to rock. These are great ways to really connect with your body. Another thing I like to introduce you to, that when you do have the opportunity to have whatever it is your body's asking you for, such as that bowl of pasta, the minute you get that bowl of pasta in front of you, what I like for you to do is I like you to activate the energy of that food by applying Reiki to it. Now, many of you may or may not know what Reiki is. It's an energy healing. It's an energy exchange. And it's a real simple process, and I believe we all have the ability to connect with Reiki. So bringing your hands together, and you're going to rub your hands, activating the energy of both hands. And then very slowly, you're going to separate your hands, and you may very well begin to feel energy from one hand to the other. The minute you do, you're going to then hover over the food and just say a little prayer in regards to the person who cooked it. Maybe you cooked it, thanking them for cooking this amazing meal, and then literally just saying that your body's going to absorb the nutrients, vitamins, and minerals that this food has, and your body's going to take every ounce of it, and you're going to use it for your body's highest good. And then once you feel ready, then begin to eat that beautiful, tasty bowl of pasta. So there you have it in reference to learning how to connect intuitively, using a pendulum, and playing with Reiki to energize your food, and saying that little prayer so your body knows what to do with what it is you're about to eat. On that note, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. If you are interested in reaching me, feel free to go ahead and scan. There's a QR code that's going to pop up very shortly. You can scan that and schedule yourself an appointment for a self-discovery session. You can have questions. You can ask that as well. And if you are looking to get a reading, go ahead and scan that QR code. And I look forward to connecting with you. We'll take that quick commercial break, and I will be back to talk more about the fuel and feed process and what that includes.
Hi everyone, I'm Kitty Foss.
And I'm Amy J.
And we're Intuition of the Soul. We are a Facebook and YouTube group that has created a sacred spiritual place to look at your spiritual practices.
And there's too much to tell you about what we do, but let me tell you, we have weekly activities, we have monthly activities, and you are not going to want to miss our spiritual practitioner series. So join us on Intuition of the Soul.
Aloha.
Hey, this is Joe Monkman, and I am a personal development trainer. And that means that I help people step into their leadership roles, take their place as a visionary, really understand their own mastery in the world so that they can really find their place at the buffet of life. And if you want to know more, you can find me on my Facebook page at Joe Monkman and joemonkman@gmail.com.
Hi, I'm CJ. The Author's Porch is a community where you find good books and good people. We collaborate with services that deliver quality to authors and publish a magazine for authors by authors. Come by, let us feature you or review your book. Coffee is always on, and no matter what time you arrive or where you come from, the porch light is always on.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. If you are just tuning in now and you missed the first part of the show, please know you can go back and watch on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV, and many other platforms. You missed a good portion of it, but you're here now. And I want to dive in a little bit about, before I dive into the fuel and feed, I want to talk to you a little bit about the process of the ascension. When we experience an ascension, which is basically a transformation that we go through and a elevation in our energy system. And when we experience an ascension, what goes on with our bodies is our bodies start to, the 3D word is crave. The 5D word is desire. So whichever word you want to use, it is what happens. We desire certain foods. When we are experiencing an ascension, our bodies need support. And I literally have worked with many clients who share this information with me where they have been vegan or full vegetarian. They don't, which is somebody who doesn't eat any meat or someone that eats very little bit of meat. And then all of a sudden through the ascension period, they're finding out they're literally craving meat, or they start craving sugar, or they just have their body, they say their body feels like it's sort of out of whack. And it's not that your body's out of whack. Your body's going through an ascension, which means there's a elevation taking place. And when we are craving or desiring these particular foods that we're not used to eating, is because your body needs those nutrients during that period of time of that elevation. And if you choose not to allow yourself to have that, you actually sabotage your process of evolving into that next frequency. And we are experiencing multiple ascensions, multiple ascension portals for that matter. In fact, if you think about the beginning of October, the first 2 weeks of October, we've had 3 planets literally within the first 2 weeks of October shift from one zodiac sign to another. And that alone creates a lot of energy in our system, which then creates a lot of frequency shifting. And that may very well get you to the point where your body may start to look for nutrients that you have not had in a while, especially if you have restricted or limited yourself from these foods for whatever reasons to why you've chosen to do that. So when we are experiencing an ascension portal, which by the way, we do have one coming up, today is the 19th. The next ascension portal takes place on October 22nd. The number 22 in numerology is a master number, which means it's a master builder. It's how you're building your body and building your body into this major evolution of shifts that's taking place with this new Earth's energy. And it's so important to pay attention to these portal periods. So we have one on the 22nd. Then, of course, we have the lunar eclipse that takes place on the 28th as well. And that's a big portal because of the energy of the the Taurus full moon, which is about the relationship you have with your body, yourself, and others. And then let's not forget the portal that we do have with Halloween on the 31st. So all of these are portals, and every month we experience a portal. And in case you're not familiar with what a portal is when the veil between the spirit realm and the human realm is so thin that it's really easy to connect with spirit. In fact, not only is it easy to connect with spirit, but many who have decided to cross over, we find that we do lose a lot of loved ones, including our fur babies, during these portal periods. So pay attention to your body. Pay attention to what it is your body is trying to tell you in the process of these portals. Because when we think about our body does speak to us. It speaks to us through pain. It speaks to us through illness. It speaks to us through disease. And when we are in any of those three, again, when we experience an ascension, elevation, it's going to show up in our body. So it's really important to pay attention to those portal periods. Now I want to talk a little bit about my methodology based on fueling and feeding. What is fueling and feeding? And once you incorporate this process, you never have to diet again. In fact, dieting is a 3D word. And I would like for you to, as of today, just they say in Reiki, just for today, let go of that word. Let go of restricting and limiting yourself from whatever it is you choose to have to fuel and feed your body. Fueling and feeding. Fueling means that you're actually going to choose food that's going to fuel and give you the energy you need to do to get through your day. Anything that you're doing, whether you're sitting in front of your computer or you're going to go do a hardcore workout, whatever it is, it's the fuel your body needs. And then there's feeding. The feeding part is, I like to call it, your inner child is craving. Your inner child has a desire. Think about when you were a child and there was that favorite food you liked, whether it was chocolate chip cookies with milk, because that was one of my favorites. Your inner child may have that desire to want to feed. And I believe that it's not about a cheat day. It's about allowing yourself to feed your inner child. Allow your inner child to be heard, to be seen, and to be worthy of having what he or she wants. And there's a prescription to the fuel and feed. There's a percentage of how much fueling and there's a percentage of how much feeding you'd want to do on a daily basis. And I do recommend it as a daily basis, not something you do only on the weekends, or you just say, well, I'm only going to do this on Monday. No, because that's going back to limiting and restricting. So if you want to learn about your prescription for fueling and feeding, again, there's a flyer there. Go ahead and just tap on that QR code when it shows up later or now and schedule yourself for an appointment to discover what your fuel and feeding prescription plan is for you. Because it is very personalized. It's not a one-size-fits-all. But it is definitely an amazing approach to being able to move into that space to allow yourself and not to restrict yourself. Not to say, oh, I can't have that ice cream today. Not allow that ice cream. The minute you start to tell yourself you cannot have something, you are restricting. You are telling yourself you're not allowed. And as we move into this new Earth's energy, the whole concept of this is to be able to know that you are worthy, you are enough, and you can have everything in abundance. It's on you to create this new way of communicating with your body, so your body can feel fueled and also feel fed. Okay, so when we think about that fuel and feed process, that's what I want you to think about in that energy process right off the bat. So all that being said, just wanting to see where I am on my time so I know where I'm supposed to be going. I want to dive in just a little bit more about our planets based on all the planets that sit in Taurus energy, which is a part of this fuel feed as well. We have Mars, we have Jupiter, we have Uranus. All those planets helping us in regards to being connected to our bodies, being connected to who we are, embodying our body, having that relationship with your body, and clearing out, releasing the old image of what you think your body should look like, and really start to fall in love with the body that you are in. After all, you only get one body. And when we think about the sun's energy right now, for at least another couple of days, that Libra energy, which is ruled by Venus, it is about loving the body you're in, the beauty, your body, that relationship that you do have. So incorporating this fuel and feed and allowing your body to take over and take back the power it needs so you can feel more comfortable in the skin you're in, and experiencing these ascensions that we're all experiencing, raising our vibration and being totally in control as opposed to being told what to do based on how you eat. So all that being said, what I like to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'm going to come back and share some more, provide a tip or two, and see where we go from there. So again, there's a flyer that has all my information on there. If you wish to get in contact with me, you have questions, you want to schedule that discovery session, or you want a reading, just scan that QR code, and I'll be happy to have a conversation with you, especially about fueling and feeding and what your prescription plan will look like. We'll take that quick commercial break. I'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kitty Foss.
And I'm Amy J.
And we're Intuition of the Soul. We are a Facebook and YouTube group that has created a sacred spiritual place to look at your spiritual practices.
And there's too much to tell you about what we do, but let me tell you, we have weekly activities, we have monthly activities, and you are not going to want to miss our spiritual practitioner series. So join us on Intuition of the Soul.
Aloha.
Hey, this is Joe Monkman, and I am a personal development trainer. And that means that I help people step into their leadership roles, take their place as a visionary, really understand their own mastery in the world so that they can really find their place at the buffet of life. And if you want to know more, you can find me on my Facebook page at Joe Monkman and joemonkman@gmail.com.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. If you are just tuning in, you can definitely come back later and watch it from the very beginning. You can do so by watching it on Roku, YouTube, Twitter, and many other platforms to be said. Anyway, I want to dive back into what I was speaking about a little bit before regarding our ascension process. In regards to when we are experiencing an ascension, what takes place during an ascension? Well, right off the bat, your body may start to crave or desire certain foods. And it's important to have those foods. Now, what will happen, and what may happen is you'll crave those foods for a period of time. Let's just say, I'm going to give you an example based on my own experience. When my body's desiring a certain food, I usually desire it for about 7 to 14 days. After that period of time, my body has taken in all the nutrients it needed from that, and then I slowly wean it out of my plant. I don't need to go on a detox. I don't need to restrict myself. I just slowly wean it out. Again, the idea of your ascension is not to allow yourself to have what your body needs and then sabotage it with a detox or just limiting yourself, because it goes against the whole process of your ascension. The ascension is a part of what this new earth energy is all about. We are going to experience waves in regards to how we need to fuel our body. So there will be days, there will be weeks where you'll notice that, oh my God, I just seem to be eating a lot more meat than I normally do. Your body is craving, your body is desiring that meat for that protein. You may find that you'll go weeks without it, that you go back to eating your non-meat diet, and that's okay too. Idea of it is to listen to your body. Allow your body to be the judge of what your body needs in regards to fueling and feeding, as opposed to fueling it and going through that process of the ascension and then feeling, the words I'm hearing is feeling guilty. Now, if you start to feel guilty or ashamed that this is what you're doing, that's your solar plex energy being activated. Maybe you need to work on that solar plex so this way here, there's no guilt or shame that shows up and that you don't end up sabotaging yourself and detoxing, because then you undo everything about that process of an ascension. The ascension, again, it's an elevation. We are raising our frequency. And theoretically, as many of the gurus say, as we do raise our frequency, we will tend to start to eat very differently. Our bodies start to desire a very different menu. So it's so important to pay attention. I would also recommend keeping a diary, a food diary, we can call it. So this way here you can track in reference to what's that looking like for you. And more importantly, when you are following what your body requires you to have, also pay attention to your emotions, pay attention to how your body is feeling. Again, once we come out of the mindset of restrictions and limitations and any other beliefs we may have when it comes to eating certain foods, you let go of those beliefs, you'll start to notice that your body will just very gently move into flow because you are moving into flow as well. There is so much involved with releasing the old mindset of what we think about food, the relationship we have with food. I would recommend that as we move into this lunar eclipse on the 28th, that you really take that energy of the lunar eclipse, Taurus full moon, and release all of your old habits, beliefs, and your mindset about food and let it go. And use that as your startup day to starting this new way of like really being in your body, embodying your body. So what I'd like to also flow into this conversation is about how our bodies are meant to heal itself when given the right prescription. What is that prescription? What does that prescription look like? The prescription starts off with the fuel and feed. We spoke about that already. There's a percentage in reference to how much fueling, how much feeding you want to do per day and every day, not limiting yourself to just one day. It's also about rest. You have to learn to rest. You have to learn to allow yourself just to be still, whether that is sitting in a chair and just staring out to space or laying down in the bed and closing your eyes. You don't have to necessarily sleep, but you do need to learn to rest, to calm your body down. Sleep, so important. You want to make sure you're getting the ample amount of sleep that your body requires. Does your body require 6 hours of sleep? Is it an 8 hour? Is it a 9 hour? You need to set the tone. You need to figure out what your body requires based on your sleep patterns. So again, journal. How do you feel if you go to bed really early and get that 8 hours of sleep? Are you sleeping fully? Are you getting a full restful sleep when you sleep 8 hours? I know for me, I've been going to bed very early lately, and it's just not working well for me. I get up in the middle of the night like 3 or 4 times thinking it's morning already. So for me, because I am so programmed on being up slightly later in the evening, my body just got so adjusted to it that it really doesn't serve my body to go to bed that early. So I want you to do the same thing. Figure out your sleep pattern and what really works for you. And the goal here is to get a restful night's sleep that when you do wake, you're energized to do the things you need to do. Next thing, get out into nature. I mean, we talk about this vitamin D that we all need, and vitamin D is big because it's really healthy for our bones to keep us healthy and strong. So get out to nature. Whether you spend 10 minutes out in nature or you spend the whole day, but get out into nature. It's a great way to also get yourself in that meditative state. Third thing, strength training. And I'm not going to spend too much time on that because I can spend the entire show on that and we don't have much more time. But strength training is so important, more for function, in reference to being able to do your daily activities, like being able to climb up a flight of stairs. You have to strengthen your legs. To be able to get down and up off the floor if you want to play with your fur babies, your children, or your grandchildren. These are functional things. To be able to carry a bag of groceries or your laundry bag. These are functional things that we need to do every single day. So strength training is extremely important for that. If you don't have a strength training regimen, again, another reason to reach out to me. I can help you create that program for you so you know you are doing it the right way. Remember, I've been in this field since I'm 12 years old, so I know a thing or two about creating strength training programs. Next thing, hydration, water. You need to drink water throughout the day. Throughout the day, sipping on water throughout the day, getting your body's requirements. So whatever your body weight is in pounds, cut that in half, and that's how much water you need to take in throughout the day. It's the easiest way of going about it, drinking water throughout the day. And if you want to have that occasional drink, or if you want that coffee or your tea, that's fine, but make sure you're getting your water in. Third thing, which is going to sound interesting, gratitude. Being in a space of gratitude, be grateful for everything. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and I said to him, when you are in a state of gratitude, you are in a state of happiness. And there's so much to be grateful for. For example, every one of us who are here right now, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, you woke up today. So you've been blessed to be woken. So there's a purpose for you. You get to see, you get to hear, you get to stand, you get to hold things, you get to speak. So this is all reasons to be in a state of gratitude. Be grateful for everything. It will literally bring your body in a state of joy. And joy is like the highest level of vibration you can go into. And last but not least, chakra alignment. Aligning your chakras daily. Connecting with all seven, and if you don't have time for all seven, you want to just work on one, you can do one. But grab one chakra and align it, connect to it. And when you really think about it, you don't have 7 minutes to spare in your day, you can do a chakra alignment while you're sitting on the damn toilet. Yes, you can. As you're releasing, what a great way to align your chakras. You can do a chakra alignment in the shower, chakra alignment while you're washing your dishes, chakra alignment while you're walking to the train, get into your car, right before you get out of bed. You're not sure how to align your chakras? Again, another reason to reach out to me. I can help you align your chakras. So this is what I have for you all for right now. What I'd like to do in the final time before we go to that last break and then the conclusion of the show is I like to help you align your chakras at this point in time. And again, activating your Reiki as well. Bring your hands together, activate your hands. Open the hands up, separate them, feel the energy from one hand to the other. As you do, I want you to place your left hand right on your heart and your right hand right on your solar plexus, your belly. If you want to close your eyes, you're welcome to do so. I like you to imagine, because we all know what a rainbow looks like, and imagine a beautiful rainbow. Imagine that rainbow wrapped around you. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to recite affirmations for each chakra, starting from the root, which is the one that if you're sitting, you're actually sitting on it because you're tailbone. If you're standing, it stems all the way down to your feet, connecting you to the Earth Star, Mother Earth, and Mother Gaia. So we're going to start with that one. And the root chakra's affirmation is, I am grounded. And just feel grounded, connected to the earth. As we move up to sacral, that's located right below your navel. And we're going to connect with that one. And as we connect with that, I want you just to imagine the color red for your root and then the orange for your sacral. And the affirmation for that is, I create a healthy body. I create a healthy body. And then we move up to the belly, your solar plexus. Connecting with that yellow energy. Be in that space of connecting with your solar plexus. And as you do, the affirmation is, I trust I am giving my body the prescription it needs to heal. I trust that I'm giving my body the prescription it needs to heal. And then we move up to our heart chakra. Beautiful green and pink floating into your heart center. Affirmation is, I open my heart to heal. I open my heart to heal. And then we move up to the throat chakra. Thinking of that beautiful turquoise energy that floats in your throat. See it as water, liquefying your throat, allowing you to speak. I speak into existence a healthy body. I speak into existence a healthy body. And then we move up to the third eye. Beautiful indigo light, where you can see, you can feel. I see and feel the ascension I'm experiencing. I see and feel the ascension I am experiencing. And then we move right up to the crown. That beautiful purple light. And the affirmation here is, I know and believe I am supported by my higher power and the universe as I go through this amazing ascension. I know and believe I am supported by my higher power and the universe as I experience this ascension. Bring your hands together back into the front of your heart. Take a minute just to be grateful for whatever it is you're grateful for. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. There's a flyer again. If you wish to reach out to me, feel free to scan that QR code and meet up with me, whether you want a question, self-discovery session, or even grab a reading.
Hello and welcome. I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck, and the founder of Holistic Fitness located in Queens. I work with women, men by referral, over 40, release weight, physically, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, relating to their childhood and past life traumas associated with their Chiron womb. When clients work with me, they fall in love with the body that they are in and gain the confidence to be seen and heard and ready to walk away from their job and fully step into their soul's contract. To learn more about your Chiron moon and your soul's contract, redeem your complimentary 15-minute self-growth discovery session today by emailing healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do look forward to helping you blend the physical and mystical world together and working with the mystical medicine tools to help you heal from within.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. If you are just tuning in at this time, you missed an amazing show. I invite you to come back. You can definitely watch on replay on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV, YouTube, Twitter, and of course here on Facebook. With all that being said, I do want to add one small portion before I talk about my promos. And that one small portion is, again, as we go through this ascension cycle, ascension periods, ascension process, know that it's so important to know your why. Why is it that in this lifetime you created a contract? And that's right, a contract. Before you came into this life, before you were even born, you created a contract with body weight, whatever that weight is. Understanding your why. Once you understand that why, you can definitely learn how to release the energy of that weight, the emotional weight that you carry. And I would like to invite you to come join me for a 6-week Women's Soul Circle. It starts on November 1st, 7:30 p.m. There's no flyer. You can just go ahead and grab that QR code and reach out to me, letting me know that you're interested in attending that amazing event, and I will send you information on it. As we look at the flyer that's showing up right now, we have Joe Monkman, who has his fire ceremony that's starting up on October 28th. For more information, feel free to reach out to him. And then we also have Joe Monkman again. He's got his spirit messages that start up again. And I believe that one starts up on October 24th. Loving that date as it's my mother's birthday. Then let's go into the Author's Porch magazine and podcast. For those of you who are familiar, hopefully you can see that the Author's Porch magazine just was recently launched. You can get your copy on Amazon. Of course, my column is in there. Feel free to go and do that. Then we also have Intuition of the Soul that has some amazing services available to you. And then not last but not least, we also have the Badass Color Mystic that has amazing services as well. And her Coloricity magazine will be coming out as well. There should be a flyer with that information up there too. And I'm going to just go a little slower here, just so everything can catch up. There we go. And then last but not least, a great promo going on. My Halloween readings. I'm loving this flyer that pops up. For those of you who are interested in getting a Halloween reading, spirit messages, you can get a card reading, numerology, astrology, or spirit communication. If you are interested in getting a reading on Halloween, please go ahead again. That QR code is going to pop up. You can scan that, schedule that appointment. There's only a few appointments left. I had like 12 appointments set up, and I think there's 4 left. So hopefully you'll be one of the 4 to take advantage of this amazing holiday spirit message of events that's going on. All that being said, I am so excited to be here with you, and I am looking forward to coming back. I will be back the first Thursday in November. Oh my God, we're gonna be in November soon. And surprise guest, I'll post that when we know more. Until then, remember, enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, we are in a period of time of the Ascension process, and there's a whole lot going on with your body. Honor your body, allow your body to tell you what your body needs, as opposed to you telling your body what it needs. Let go of limitations and restrictions and be open to fueling and feeding your body, mind, and spirit. On that note, have an amazing rest of the day. Bye-bye for now.